Season 1. When the black hole finally spit players back out on October 15th, 2019, everyone opened their eyes on a map none of us had ever seen. Gone were tilted skyscrapers and Dusty's craters. In their place stretched bright meadows, lazy rivers, and hidden hideouts with hay bales you could dive into like a cartoon spy. The island felt wider even though it was technically the same size, because Epic trimmed half the clutter and let new systems shine. Swimming replaced awkward water hopping, fishing turned quiet ponds into loot machines, and chunky motorboats roared across both land and river if you bounced the nose just right. Victory still meant last squad standing, but the road there moved slower, almost cozy, thanks to metal punch cards that rewarded opening chests, gathering mats, or simply surviving. With matches lasting longer, newcomers had space to learn building while veterans experimented with skybase rocket boat tricks. Season 1 ran a record-breaking 128 days, long enough for players to memorize every hill, yet nobody got bored because the feel of Fortnite had changed. Epic's gamble to wipe the slate clean proved a live service shooter can reboot itself without losing its soul, and gave streamers a new playground to master from scratch. Season 2. The island's peace blew up in spy movie style on February 20th, 2020. 5 fortified layers, the agency, the shark, the grotto, the yacht, and the rig, rose from the ground, each patrolled by AI henchmen who dropped keycards and barked in walkie-talkie grunts. Bust open the vault, and you scored a shiny mythic weapon, Midas's drum gun, Meowskull's pew-pew rifle, or Brutus's minigun strong enough to melt entire builds. Players picked a side, Ghost, White, or Shadow, Black, and every weekly choice changed how each base looked in later updates. Game feel flipped from cozy to chaotic. Cardboard boxes for sneaking, phone booths for disguises, and proximity mines to guard your loot room. Halfway through, Deadpool hijacked the Battle Pass yacht and installed rubber duckies in the bathrooms, proving product tie-ins could be funny, not forced. The climax, the device event, yanked everyone into a neon-lit office simulation before flooding the agency and pushing storm walls up like ocean waves. In 8 sweaty minutes, Epic stitched together James Bond gadgets, Matrix lore hints, and a taste of environmental storytelling that left players sure of one thing: Fortnite had learned to mix stealth and slapstick better than any blockbuster. Season 3. When servers rebooted on June 17th, 2020, familiar hills were gone, drowned under a rolling, shiny sea. Only high ground like Pleasant Park poked out, turning rooftops into island chain hot drops. Sharks prowled the water and doubled as jet skis if you hooked them with a fishing rod. Swirl into a whirlpool, and you skydove out like a geyser. The roaming Fortilla barge brought random chest routes, and Sleepy Rickety Rig looked calm until marauders crash-landed in fiery pods. The Battle Pass splashed Aquaman alongside Eternal Meme Queen Peely in beach shorts. Mid-season, the waterline receded each week like a reverse bathtub, revealing drowned roads. Perfect timing for drivable cars, gas stations, and tire spikes. One thundercrack later, Coral Castle popped up, housing fish stick statues that whispered Atlantean jokes. Splashdown mattered because it showed the terrain itself could tick forward like a loading bar. Day 1 ocean, Month 2 marsh, and final week freeway. The slow reveal turned every Tuesday patch into treasure hunt morning, gluing casuals and pros alike to patch notes and Google Maps. Season 4. Epic swung the crossover gate wide on August 27th, 2020, drenching the entire island in Marvel Comics polish. A chunk of land beamed in from another reality, turning grassy hills into Stark Industries, with iron-red grass and rift-spawn drones that broke into loot spheres. Normal guns still dropped, but boss fights spat out superpowers. Thor's Mjolnir smash, Doctor Doom's arcane gauntlets, Wolverine's claws with built-in healing. Even supply drops wore blue and red Avenger logos. Instead of a one-and-done finale, Epic sprinkled comic panels across loading screens so every kid knew Galactus was coming to eat the 0 point. On December 1st, more than 15 million pilots remote-controlled bomb-packed battle buses into the Planet Eater's throat while AC/DC riffs blasted. No one cared that it was basically an on-rail shooter. The sheer spectacle made Nexus War feel like the MCU went live action inside a lobby. The season proved Fortnite could give an entire quarter of content to a single IP without the core ever feeling like an ad. Season 5. The MCU curtain closed, and December 2nd, 2020 opened with the pulsating 0 point exposed above a new sandy crater. Agent Jones hopped realities recruiting bounty hunters. Mandalorian kicked things off. Then Kratos, Master Chief, and even the Walking Dead survivors arrived week after week. Gold bars spilled from safes and replacing vending machines, letting players hire NPC bodyguards, buy exotic guns, or accept bounties that pinged enemy circles, turning Battle Royale into a lightweight RPG. Meanwhile, sand tunneling let anyone dive below the dunes, shark fin their way behind builds, then pop up like a trapdoor spider. The holiday saw Operation Snowdown Plains return in Air Royale LTMs, and February's Mando's Cantina patch redecorated a corner of the desert with Star Wars-style vibes. Instead of ending with a shared timer, Epic stealth dropped the Zero Crisis finale the moment Season 6 booted, letting every time zone play their own solo cutscene. Lesson learned. Fortnite could deliver story beats that looked AOA without forcing 3 a.m. alarms in Japan or New York. Season 6. When players spawned on March 16, 2021, they were already mid-cutscene sprinting beside Agent Jones as the Zero Point exploded overhead. The aftermath turned the island's heart into a rusty purple primal biome dotted with bone spires, cracked crystal rocks, and a towering spire watched by shapeshifter Raz. Crafting shifted again. You smashed wildlife bones or mechanical car parts into bows, primal shotguns, and makeshift revolvers. Wolves and boars roamed the forest. Tame one, and the beast followed like a Fortnite Pokemon, munching enemy ramps. Halfway through, raptors hatched, letting committed meme lords ride into battle like Jurassic cowboys. Near the finale, nighttime skies shimmered with green tractor beams as UFOs yoinked unsuspecting solos into target practice minigames. Perfect teaser for what came next. Primal underlined Fortnite's mantra that weapon meta, map art, and even ambient wildlife could mutate every few months, forcing seasoned veterans and day one newbies to relearn at the same pace. Season 7. On June 8, 2021, a dish saucer mothership eclipsed the sky, and life got wonderfully weird. Random abductor ships sucked up full POIs, dropping fighters into low-grav loot rounds where purple alien chests spat mythics galore. IO railguns punched beams through walls, recon scanners painted campers, and parasite headcrabs stole health but boosted speed, trade-offs that encouraged creative gunfights. The battle pass mixed meme and muscle. Rick Sanchez did the squanchy dance. Superman landed late season, while masked rabbit Gugamon became TikTok fodder. The Cosmic Summer event unleashed beach ball LTMs and XP-loaded creative maps, letting grinders zoom through tiers. All roads led to Operation Skyfire on September 12th. Squads boarded the mothership, freed purple Kevin clones, and watched the giant cruiser explode, firing cube shards across the island like galactic confetti. Invasion proved Epic could pile aliens, IO lore, laser tech, and still keep battles readable. A juggling act few shooters even attempt. Season 8. If Season 7 threw the cubes, September 13th, 2021 showed where they landed. Kevin resurfaced, but now he had family. Gold, blue, and even dopamine pink cousins rolling in random directions each match. Wherever a cube camped, it spawned a sideways anomaly, an orange bubble of low gravity where zombie-like fiends crashed the PvP party and sideways rifles and miniguns heated up like microwaves. Building inside the bubble meant constant edits while monsters nibbled walls, a chaos mixer that kept sweaty box fights fresh. Players donated bars worldwide to fund turret stations, vaulted items, and new shockwave launchers, proving crowdsourced balancing could work at scale. Hovering far above, the Cube Queen cast a towering pyramid named The Convergence, and her cackling music echoed map-wide. The End finale on December 4th started with a flood of golden cube monsters, and ended by literally flipping the island like a pancake, dumping players into the ocean, and rolling the title card for Chapter 3. Cubed cemented the idea that Fortnite seasons are chapters of an ongoing comic. Sometimes you turn the page, other times, Epic turns the whole book upside down. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Fortnite content just like this every week.